What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we finally have a level 5 of Grand Voyage against Syrup Village against Kuro. Now, today, this video that we go through and this team that we go through is actually pretty accessible, and it is a lot more accessible than some of the other teams that you guys may have seen already on other YouTube channels, as this team does not require your USOPP to be level limit broke. So that's obviously a huge asset, because if you have it, it obviously makes it a lot easier for you. You can build some better teams. But the team that we have here is kind of nice because it is a little bit more accessible. There are still some characters you will need. You will still need a little bit of investments in some of your characters, I do believe. But it's a lot easier and a lot more accessible than some of the other teams you may have seen. So let's just go ahead and break down the team first. And I want to give a huge shout out to this Korean YouTuber who was the first person to upload this team. And I watched the video, I couldn't believe that it actually worked. And I want to give you guys the rundown of how this team actually goes ahead and gets it done. But I'll leave the links to all of their information in their YouTube channel down below in the description in the pinned comment of this video. So this is the team composition that we have here. So the main captain here is we have Franky. Franky's really nice. He's got a great special ability that can provide an attack and an orb boosting effect. But one of the key components that is kind of overlooked that actually is the reason why this team even works is the 30% HP recovery. That's going to be very important because later on, I believe on Battle 4, you get inflicted with burn. And we are actually not going to use any type of burn removal. We're going to tank the burn. And the reason for that is because of the support of Sober Mask that is attached to USOPP, where normally you would be activating the Chopper support, which removes burn. But this effect to get a 1.3 times attack boost is pretty important on Battle 3, and that's the reason why we have the Sober Mask support attached to USOPP. Now, we also have this character here, which is the Shinobu and Momonosuke, a very useful character that you'll see many teams use in this content, as they have the special ability that can remove resilience for 6 turns, also locks your slots so you can get, matching slots for multiple turns, and then boosts cerebral and shooter character slot effects by 1.75, and if you hit 4 perfects, you get another orb boost in the following turn, and also you get the clock buff, where you also get another orb boost after 3 turns have passed. So this essentially allows you to get an orb boost on 3 separate stages, which is pretty valuable, or on 3 separate turns, should I say, because we will take 2 turns to clear out the Siam and Butchie stage, so it's pretty important that you have, this special on the team in and of itself. And of course, if you do have the ability to level limit break this character, the additional stats are going to be very valuable. Not too sure if it's ultimately required. The video itself with the Korean YouTuber did have theirs at level 150, mine was at level 130, and it still was able to provide enough damage. Now, I also have Sabo and Ace. They're extremely valuable. We have USOPP because you need an USOPP to clear level 5 mission, and then we also have Borsalino V2. Now, this guy is very important for the quest. There are other teams out there that I have seen that have been able to use the Neo Raid Kizaru, which is a Dex shooter character that can also reduce cooldowns, but I do like this character because he has a very powerful special ability, being able to reduce special bind, which is kind of cool. The -1 cooldown is very important, and also the color affinity boost and the chain boost. But the thing is we're only using his stage 1 special on the final boss stage, so we're not even getting like the most powerful version of this special. So it's kind of interesting that we're building it in that way. But that's what we're able to do, and we're able to get the job done. And then, of course, the friend captain is going to be a Yamato and Ace, and it does require a level 5 Yamato and Ace. I did try this team with a level 3 ability, and it was not enough damage. So I would advise to find a level 5. I have not tested level 4, but I feel like it would be pretty close. But level 5 just to be safe. And these are all of the investments that we currently have. In terms of the support effects, we also have the Monkey D. Luffy from the 8th anniversary as a support on Franky to get the base attack boost on Battle 4. We also have the Izer and Okiku attached to Momonosuke and Shinobu to remove the paralysis when we are inflicted with it on Battle 4 or 5. I can't remember which one it actually was, but very important that we have that. But you can also replace that with Riser Rare Recruit, the Strength Riser. That is also a valid replacement for that, so it is nice. There's a little bit of flexibility in regards to that. And we are also using the Shark Superb ship because we're going to be clearing these stages pretty quickly, so we have a pretty high multiplier with the ship. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump on over to the content. And here we are, ready to get it rocking and rolling in the Grand Voyage Kuro level 5 fight. So, of course, we've just talked about extensively in terms of how the team is going to perform, but just to give you guys a bit of a rundown as we're kind of going through this, very important that, you know, the positioning of all of these characters are very, very vital, as remember, there is going to be captain swap on 2 different occasions. On Battle 1, we have the character in the bottom right becomes our captain for the next 5 turns, and then when we reach the final boss stage, the character that is in your middle left position is going to become your captain. So of course we've got Sabo and Ace in this instance here, and then on the final stage it is going to be Borsalino. So this stage on Battle 2, this is where things get kind of interesting, and this team, you really need to get some good matching slots here. Now, unfortunately, my Sabo and Ace does not have a matching slot, which means that when we attack with the blue Ace against the red character, we would probably want a matching slot, but luckily, even though we didn't have it, we were still able to get the job done. So you really want to make sure that you can get a matching slot on Borsalino or USOPP. You conserve the matching slot on Frankie from the previous turn, and then Sabo and Ace's switch will give you 2 guaranteed slots. Well, you know, at least the switch effect of Yamato and Ace will at least give you a matching slot anyway. But then on Battle 3, this is where we will take actually 2 turns to get through this fight. So what we're doing is we're using the switch effect of some of the characters here. So we get Chain Boundary from Ace, we get the Color Affinity from the Sabo and Ace, and then we also want to be switching Frankie into the green variation so we can get more damage output. Luckily, there are quite a few characters on this team that actually have barrier penetration, so we don't have to worry about it as much. This is also the stage where we use Usopp's special ability, which gives us the guaranteed delay against the enemy, and it also will proc the support effect of Sober Mask, which will provide us with a 1.3 times attack boost to our characters for 1 turn. So we have Color Affinity, we have an attack boost, we have Chain Boundary, and we have an Orb boost still from the Momonosuke and Shinobu character. So we're making sure that we're attacking with all of these characters in particular on Siam, and then finishing off with Frankie on Butchie to get as much damage output as we possibly can. Now, before we move on to Battle 4, we do want to make sure that we switch some of these key characters. We want Frankie to be yellow, and we want to be switching the Sabo into Ace, so that we can get him into the green variation for the next room, and then we can just do normal attacks and finish it off. And if you hit all of your perfects, you should be okay, as you do get guaranteed slots with Shinobu, Momonosuke, as well as the Usopp character. And we also had that orb boosting effect from Momo and Shinobu on Battle 2, and then on both turns of Battle 3 we actually had that orb boosting effect, which is pretty valuable. So as we reach Battle 4, we have a lot of nasty debuffs here, but because of the captain ability of Ace and Yamato, as well as the support effect of Izo Okiku or Strength Riser, depending on what you want, you can actually get rid of most of those debuffs. And with all of these switch effects that we activate, we actually guarantee ourselves a full board of matching slots here, and this is where switching Frankie into the Dex form, and then using his special ability to get the 2.5 times attack boost and the orb boost on our characters, making sure we attack in this correct order and we hit all of our perfects, we should be able to kill and make sure we have just enough HP to tank the hit. If you don't have above like 50 to 51,000 HP at this point, hitting 5 perfects will kill you, so you may have to hit a good or a great on one of the other characters, just depending. But then we reach the final boss stage, and from here we basically activate everything and hope that we kill. There is some manual targeting that we do. We want to make sure that Yamato and Ace, they are the final character to attack to activate the final tap, and making sure that that lands on Kuro. And making sure that, you know, you use the Sabo character or the Ace, because we're switching into Ace, making sure that he attacks the red character so he has type advantage. We're able to completely destroy him. All of these mobs go down with each of our single hits, which is fantastic. So you can use the regular targeting initially. We target the red character and we go along the way, but the second last character to attack with Borsalino, we have to change his target to the character in the top right, and then after that we can have Ace and Yamato to secure victory. But that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you so much for watching, and if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.